Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on October 14th, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers for the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the red ball, the Powerball itself. Okay, my goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the power play option. Okay, so basically how this works is when the drawing goes off, I put the 5 white winning Powerball numbers up here at the very top of this list. Okay, and then I transfer the last 3 drawings of numbers over to the game card as red numbers. Okay. Then I do the same thing with the orange, green, blue, and purple. I have 5 different colors, one to represent each one of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so over here to the far right is 170 represents how many color code drawings there have been so far. Okay, and out of that 170, 92 have been a 3-color combination, 64 have been a 4-color combination, 12 have been a 2-color combination, and only twice have all 5 colors come up, okay, and never have just 1 color come up, okay. So since hardly do ever all 5 colors come up, the strategy is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so for this drawing here, I'm gonna guess that no purple numbers will be coming up, and the reason why is because from the history of things, purple numbers usually come up either once or twice and then they go away once, twice, or even 3 times. So you can see that purple hit 3 drawings in a row. So I'm just going to guess that they're not going to come up this drawing. Okay, so this is the game card with no purple numbers on it. Okay, so when I block out a number like this means that I'm not even going to consider this number when I'm picking the 5 what I think will be the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the individual numbers. Okay, so basically how this works is up at the very top here. This is the master for all the numbers. Okay, and over here to the far right is the numbers that just barely came up in the lottery. Okay, so the winning numbers were 1, 3, 13, 19, and 69. Okay, so this 3 represents that it hit 3 groups. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this down so you can see the whole game card here. Okay, so basically what's going on here is that there's 7 groups here. Okay, I got 1 through 9, then the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Okay, and that equals 7 groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so how I like to do things is I like to keep track of every 5 drawings. Okay, so here's a drawing, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one for 5 in this big square here. Okay, and that helps me determine which one of these groups won't be coming up. Okay, so as I look through the history of things, I can see that the 60s have been just really, really hot. Okay, so I'm going to predict that there'll be no 60 numbers coming up in this drawing. Okay, so I'm going to bring things back up, and I'm going to go back to the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far, with no purple numbers from the game card and no 60 numbers from the individual numbers. Okay, so now I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're going to be looking at here is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so basically I took all the numbers and I divided it into 4 different groups, and then I put color to the groups. Okay, so when the 5 white winning Powerballs come up, I like to keep track of where they landed within these 4 color groups. Okay, so this last drawing, there was 3 in the red area, there's 1 in the blue, there was none in the orange, and there was 1 in the green. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups will have a 0 to it. Okay, you're trying to guess where the 0 is going to come up. Okay, so I have 15 of these option cards. Okay, so there's usually at the minimum 7 zeros to guess at. Okay, and as many as 22 so far. So I keep track of how many zeros have come up for each drawing. Okay, so this last drawing, there was 12 zeros. Okay, there was 5 in the green areas, 4 in the orange, 3 in the blue, and there was no zeros at all in the red areas. Okay, so they all kind of look the same. They're all red, blue, orange, and green. Okay, so my prediction here is that there's going to be a lot of misses in the green areas. Okay, and the reason why is because you can see this single blue mark, single blue, single blue. Okay, every once in a while it will double up like over here. Okay, you've got 5 and 7 over here. Okay, and usually it doesn't take very long. Okay, so here's a double, and then there's 1 single, 2 singles, then it doubled up again, and over here you can see that they doubled up. Well, over here on this green section, there's been 15 of these single blue marks. Okay, so I just think that it's due to double up. Okay, so I'm expecting a lot of zeros among the green areas. Okay, and I also think that blue will also have a lot as well. Okay, so I'm expecting a lot more than 12 zeros altogether. Okay, so my first guess is option card number 1. I don't think there'll be any blue numbers. Okay, and the reason why is because you can see that here's a single 1, single red area, single red area. Okay, and that happens a lot. You can see one here, over here. Okay, so usually it doesn't take very long to have a single red area. Okay, amongst these things. Okay, so this blue one hasn't had a single red area in a very long time. Okay, all the way back here. Okay, so I just think that it's due to have a single red area like right here. So I'm predicting that this is going to be a blue mark up here. So I'm going to eliminate all the blue numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, again with no purple numbers from the game card, no 60 numbers from the individual numbers, and now no blue numbers out of group 1 option card number 1. Okay, so I got a couple of picks in option card 1, in group 1 I mean. Okay, so the second one is option card number 3, the blue area as well. And the reason why I'm picking this is because there's been a number that has been hit in the last 16 drawings here, and I just think that it's due to miss. So I'm going to eliminate all these blue numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Alright, so I'm going to go back to group 1. Okay, and my next guess is option card number 4, the green area here. Okay, and the reason why is because this one has gone 18 in a row, consecutive drawings in a row. So I just think that it's due to miss. So I'm going to eliminate all these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Alright, and I'm going to go back to group 1. Alright, because there's 2 more that I think are going to miss here. Okay, and the next one is option card number 7, the green area. And the reason why I'm picking this one is because down here you can see that it had a run of 18, and even more, it had a run of 22. Okay, So it had a couple of small ones, and now it's up to 11, and I just think that it's due to miss. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all the green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so I got one more. Okay, and this is option card number 9, the green numbers. And the reason why I'm picking this one is because this one has gone 25 consecutive drawings in a row, and I just think that it's due to miss. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all these green numbers off the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so I'm all done with group 1. Now I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so what you're looking at here is what I call my group 2 numbers. Okay, so just like group 1 where I divided things into 4 different groups, with group 2 I divided things into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 winning Powerball numbers, so 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so basically how this works is over here. I'm going to point out this red area. Okay, so you can see a 0 here. All right, I keep track of the stats right here for this red. And a 0 means that none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. And of course, the 2 means that 2 out of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. Okay, so what I do is, again, I like to keep track of every 5 drawings. It mostly because it gives me a majority of things. I can see a majority. Okay, so if there's 3 or more misses or 3 or more zeros, I color this blue for cold. And if there's 3 or more hits, I color it red for hot. Okay, so that means that as I go down through, if I see that it's really hot, then eventually it's going to turn cold. Okay, so I got a couple of ones that I already picked out. And I also have 15 of these option cards as well for group 2. Okay, so the first one I'm going to pick is option card number 8, the green area. Okay, so all these option cards, they look the same as far as red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow. Okay, but the numbers that they represent are just a little bit different from each option card. Okay, so again, I'm going to guess that there'll be no green numbers coming up in this drawing. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all the green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so now I'm going back to group 2. And again, I already have something picked out. Okay, so I was supposed to mark something here for number 9, yellow. Okay, I think that this is going to miss. We'll just mark it right now. Okay, so I don't think that any yellow numbers will be coming up here on option card number 9. All right, so I'm going to eliminate the yellow numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right. Okay, and I have one more for group 2. And I'm going to mark this one as well. But it's the orange numbers. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing this is because you can see that orange has been just really, really hot. Okay, So I just think that it's time to cool off. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so I'm all done with all the eliminations. All right, so now I'm just going to work with these numbers. So hopefully I eliminated all the numbers that won't be coming up. Okay, and now I'm just going to pick from these 3, 6, 8 numbers that are left. Okay, so I'm off to the next strategy. Okay, strategy number 5, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so basically what you're looking at is what I call the 50-50 picks. Okay, so again, there's 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so there's going to be a majority of either odd numbers or even numbers. Okay, or even numbers to the high side or to the low side. Okay, so I like to keep track of that and try to guess what the majority will be. Okay, so there's been 211 drawings so far, and that's since October 5th to October 7th, I think, 2015. And that's when the Powerball lottery went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, so you can see out of this 211 drawings, 106 drawings have been the majority of odd numbers, and 105 drawings have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, so again, I like to keep track of every 5 drawings just to see the majority of things. Okay, so this last 5, you can see the majority was odd numbers. Okay, and then odds, and then went evens, odds, evens, odds, evens, odds. Okay. So for this drawing coming up, I'm going to guess that there's going to be overall more even numbers than odds. So for this drawing here, I think there's going to be actually more odd numbers than evens. I think that this keeps on rolling here, okay? And again, I think there's going to be more odd than even. Okay, and over here, I think there's going to be more high than low. And over here, I think there's going to be more to the left side than the right side. And the last one here, I think there's going to be more to the red area than the blue area. Okay, so I do have one thing for the Powerball number itself. Okay, so this is all I have for it. Okay, so in this column here, there's 26 red ball numbers. Okay, so blue means that the numbers are between 1 and 13 that came up, and red means that it's 14 and 26. Okay, so you can see that a lot of high numbers have been coming up lately. Okay, so I think that it's going to be a blue number here, which means low. Okay, and over here on this column, red means odds and blue means evens. Okay, so I think that this stays red as well. So I think there's going to be a low odd number. Okay, so it's off to the I'll show the game card here. Okay, so again, I think there's going to be more odd numbers than even. I think there'll be more to the high side than the low side. I think more will be to the left side than the right side. And I think more will be to this red area than the blue area. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Okay, strategy number 6, picking the numbers I hope will hit from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so what I like to do here is I keep track of group 2 as a group. Okay, so I'll explain that a little bit more here. So this is group 2, and again, they all look the same as far as red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow. Okay, for all 15 option cards. Okay, so what I mean as a group is I keep track of how all the red ones did, all the blue, orange, green, purple, brown, orange, yellow. Okay, so you can see this last drawing, there was 11 hits and 4 misses in the red area. Okay, so 11 and 4 is that 15. Okay, so the magic number here is 8. Okay, so if there's 8 or more hits, I color it red for hot. If there's 8 or more misses, I color it blue for cold. Okay, and that helps me look at things as a whole and try to guess which one is going to be hot as a group and which one's going to be cold as a group. Okay, so for this drawing here, I'm just going to concentrate on this blue area, and I think that it's going to be hot. Okay, so I expect that this area here will be red up here. Okay, so I think that the blue areas will have a lot of hits to them. Okay, so what I've done here is I've gone through every game card or every option card here in group 2. Okay, so I'll start at number 1. Okay, so all I do is concentrate on what numbers are left on the game card from option card number 1 here. Okay, so I go to the game card, and the only one left is the 42. So I put it right here. Okay, so the number 2 option card, you can see that it's a 9 through 16. So the only one left is the 9. Okay, so I put that right here on number 2. Okay, so again, I have 15 option cards. All right, and these are the numbers that have been left, that are left on the game card here. Okay, so I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 7, picking my numbers. Okay, so the numbers I'm going to go with for this drawing are 9, 38, 42, 43, and 47. Okay, so you can see that the 9 is blue, the 38 is blue, the 42 is blue, the 43 is green, and the 47 is blue. Okay, so this 2-color combination doesn't come up very often, but I think that it's due to come up. Okay, so you can see that all the numbers that are left in the blue area is 42, 9, 9, 38, 42, 43. Okay, so in the 47 down here. So that's the reason why I'm coming up with these numbers here. Okay, so again, the numbers that I'm picking for this drawing are 9, 38, 42, 43, and 47. Okay, folks, I'm always looking for people to play my game. So instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system, 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. Alright, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks. And again, the numbers I'm going with is 9, 38, 42, 43, and 47.